Sing on.
I'd too would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Bowen for throwing Jimmy Tracey the wedding of their dreams, and my parents for throwing such a great rehearsal dinner last night. Great event. I honestly don't know who's more excited about Tracey becoming a sister today, me or my wife Stephanie. I doubt when they met freshman year at Villanova that they ever thought for 1 second that they ended up as sisters one day. See, I've known Tracey a long time, long before Jimmy even came into the picture. I remember when I first met her, she came to my house in Manioc wearing a jean jacket with a picture of Madonna on the back. and a lace headband. And I said, "That's a Madonna fan." And she sat on the couch next to Stephanie, who at the time was still growing her bangs out over her eyes. So my roommate comes downstairs and goes, "Where the hell did you meet these two at? Meetings for?" It's been almost over 10 years that I've known Tracey. And I honestly can say I've never seen him look more beautiful. And I've known my brother my entire life, and I've never seen him look happier than when he saw you walking down the aisle. I'm so happy to have you as part of our family. It's hard for me to stand here and talk about my brother without, as you can see, turning into a whimpering mess. But I'm going to do my best. Growing up, my parents gave me everything I ever wanted or needed in life. Clothes, cars, private school, college. But by far the best gift they've ever given me was my older brother, Jimmy. They say, They say the oldest son is supposed to clear a path for the rest of the kids that follow. And my brother cleared a path, he laid a road, and he turned around and said, "Follow me." And that's exactly what I did. I had somebody to learn from, 3.5 years older, that looked exactly like me. Just last night, one of his best friends, Chris Birding, said to me, he goes, "So why is your brother completely gray? And you have a full head of brown hair?" And I said, "It's pretty simple, actually, because he went first." Everything I needed to know about growing up in life was right there in front of me. My life couldn't have been any easier. Now, there were times when I was a kid, I said, "You know, he seems like a nice guy. I'm going to follow him until he lets me down." And, you know, don't get me wrong, there were times where I thought, should I really be following this guy? Does he know what the hell he's doing? I remember my mom walked in and shut the door when we were kids and told Jimmy to go to his room. I said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, what happened? He threw his gum in the bus driver's hair and 8 other kids on the bus." And next morning, I'd go out and all the kids were like, "Oh, Jimmy, that was so funny yesterday. My mom got the gum out of my hair." I said, "You're missing half your hair. How's that funny?" And they said, "Oh, Jimmy's so great. Don't worry about it. He's the best." So I said, "Well, you know something I don't know. I'll keep following." And then he decided one day to put a shirt and tie and blazer on. Said he wanted to go to private school. I said, "That's it. It's the end of the road. I'm not doing that." And then at the end of the week, my parents and I went to pick him up, and Jimmy's Irish dancing in a circle with half the school around him. Everybody chanting, "Jimmy, Jimmy." I said, "You know what, that looks pretty fun. I'm going to go too." After a while, I just stopped second guessing it. Every sport he played, every party he went to, I wanted to do the same. Because Jimmy was a senior when I was a freshman, so you can imagine my books ended up on the ground more than they did in the locker. But he'd still invite me to parties, and I'd go. I remember I was a freshman, I was 16, tall and skinny, with my hair parted down the middle. Because my mom told me I looked cute. And I knock on the door of Brian Crow's house, and Tony Fresky answers the door, and he's like, "What the? Get the hell out of here, geek." I said, "Jimmy Tillman's little brother?" And he goes, "Yeah, that's my brother, let him in." And I went in and had the time of my life. Even today, I follow him and his friends on trips to Miami and Pittsburgh. Some of the best times I've ever had. As a kid, I decided to walk in my brother's footsteps. And 33 years later, I can honestly say, he's never once let me down. So nobody's ever said to me, "I don't like your brother," because if you don't, give him 10 minutes, he'll change your mind. And I'll give you a nickname that'll last the rest of your life. As I look around the room, I see his best friends with names like Pickles and Fergie and the Reverend, Junior. But they all know just how special Jimmy is, and they're lucky to know him. I've always felt guilty about taking from him and not being able to give back. I mean, I've learned everything from him. And then I didn't know how to repay him until one night down the Jersey Shore. My in-laws threw a party, night in Venice, so I invited Jimmy down. And I'm standing there talking to my brother and my mother-in-law, and the band took a break, and Tracy thought it would be a good time to sing the first of 4 Britney Spears tribute songs. And my brother, when she started to sing, my brother's eyes lit up, and he's like, who is that? And my mother-in-law said, oh, that's Tracy. Come on, I'll introduce you. And ever since that moment, they've been inseparable, and I see just how happy they make each other, and how much they laugh. So Jimmy, if I had anything to do with bringing this special woman into your life, then consider us even. And Tracy, speaking from experience, some advice: if you follow Jimmy through life, I promise you he'll never let you down.
Oh yeah, by far 2 of the best man maid of honor speeches ever. Please give those people a tremendous round of applause. Alright, Tracy and James, since it's your wedding reception, it's your job to get this party started. Do you guys think you can do that? Yeah? So when DJ Amy plays the next song, you think you can bring all your friends and family down to the dance floor?
Sorry to have that in your face all the time.
DJ Amy.